Alright, so welcome to the Kush Kingdom. Let's start again.
Awkward.
Welcome to the Almost Aussie podcast. We're back now to the Almost Aussie podcast, episode 21.
Now it's legal to drink in America.
Now it's legal. Yeah, the podcast is officially of age across the world.
And happy birthday to my little brother over in America today.
Happy birthday, Jake.
23, I think. Yeah, they grow up so quick.
Yes. Well, let's drink to that. We started. Alrighty, so to kick things off with, you're aware of like Twitch streamers, right? Like that game, yeah. So Snoop Dogg is a Twitch streamer. Now, it's better than you think.
Weed smoking games?
No. He plays like Madden, sports games and shit like that.
True.
And so someone obviously, or like one of his friends, set up him like a Twitch account and put in the titles like a chill vibe with just like talking shit and like streaming games. And so for the beginning, he didn't turn on the sound of the games. So it's just him like sitting there in silence, and then occasionally he's like, "Fuck, shit, over this shit, fuck," and then he like gets up and leaves, doesn't turn off the Twitch stream, comes back 8 hours later, and like, "Oh shit, it's still on," and turns it off, and then like lately, it's been him streaming, and he doesn't know how to turn on the microphone, doesn't know how to turn on the game sound. It's just dead silence, and it's just like him sitting there playing the game. And you can still see the game, and then like the Twitch chat is just like pretty much like trying everything they can. It's like mics off, like spamming the chat. But he doesn't even know that the chat is there. Like he never even glances at it, and it's just like, and in every video that he posts, it's the exact same title like that he started off with. He never changes anything. He doesn't put in categories. So there's like somewhere out on Twitch, like this void of Snoop Dogg streaming video games in complete silence. And man, you'd think that like someone of his friends would like check in on how it's going and then like, "Oh, hey man, you don't do any of this shit." Like
probably do, but don't tell him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one of those like, old people kind of thing. Yeah. But dude, Snoop Dogg is 54. I thought he was way older.
No,
he looks pretty old.
Oh, a lot of weed, man.
It ages you quicker?
Yeah, it would, yeah. I mean, I look like fucking 30.
You know what's weird? I get slightly offended when they don't ask me for ID at like places. But then I also get slightly offended when they do ask me for ID and it's not on me.
I don't get offended, I get pissed off.
There's just no winning there, like,
yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, as you get older, there's just no winning.
That's why I don't go anywhere that I need ID for. I go to all my friends' bars, restaurants and stuff like that, where they're like, "Oh, even if he is under 18, he's cool. But we know he's 24.
We know he's 30, it's fine.
Yeah, we know he's 30.
Yeah, no, so, that's fun.
Fuck you, man.
Shall we jump into AI or shall we like warm up with another thing?
Yeah, we'll make our way there, I think.
Yeah, I'll make a way. Oh yeah, what'd you think of Jeff Bezos going into space in a giant penis?
He didn't go to space.
What?
He went for an 11-minute roller coaster ride.
No. Like he actually went further than
he touched
Richard Branson.
The Carmanic line or something. Carmen line. He touched it, but
no, he went like over it for 3 minutes and came back down.
Yeah.
So technically, but anyway,
once again, we covered this last week, and it's like people are saying that in order to be considered that you've like gone to space, you should orbit Earth at least once.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's basic. Like what he did is a rich man's roller coaster. I'm actually not. I think it was the biggest fucking waste of money.
What? Really?
Dead set, man. Like,
really?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, I heard the point is like, yeah, well, it's rich people with a shitload of money. What else are they going to do with it?
Make the world a better place.
Well, that's not their responsibility.
Well, I think it should inherently be theirs. It's called corporate social responsibility, and Amazon especially feels none of that. They don't do shit for their employees or society. Well,
considering that, like, he probably avoids taxes like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't think what the responsibility part of his whole industry, I don't think that concerns him at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And this is why I think that it's completely unethical, highly immoral. And did you watch the post? Did you watch the post landing interview that he had? Bro, he turned around and he's like, he thanks everyone, and then he's like, and now I would also like to thank all Amazon employees and customers because you paid for this. Dude, honestly, he can go fuck himself with that huge cock of a rocket ship he has, man.
That's a fair point.
Dead set. He's a piece of shit.
So do you have the same opinion for Richard Branson, or is that more like...
Richard Branson's been working on this slowly for 20 years.
Okay,
it's a totally different game. He's poured a lot of money into it, and the thing is, his is actually going to be viable for a commercial product very quickly.
Like it was an actual jet plane that they went in, not like a fucking just a rocket that they kind of adapted.
That's going to enable international transportation within what is it? It's 20 minutes from America to London or something like that, because they exit the atmosphere and then they just move to the spot and go back down. That's brilliant. That's great. That has a commercial use. And
well, Jeff Bezos' thing is the same idea. Oh no, he wants to do luxury flights to space, basically. Not transportation.
And that's again, it's a roller coaster. It's a rich man's roller coaster.
That's a fair point. That is a very fair point. Rich man's roller coaster.
There's no use case for the normal people in society. Now, at least Richard Branson's thing, look, it might cost $20,000 to get from London to New York in 20 minutes. Yeah, but
they're doing it for 200,000.
200 at first.
250
at first. And that's a pretty good entry price for what that is. Considering all the R&D that actually had to be done and everything, and the fact that, say for example, a businessman needs to be somewhere to close a deal yesterday, and he he needed
literally going back in time.
He needed to be there yesterday.
Yeah.
He can be there.
Yeah.
And
well, if the time zone is
in
right.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
In 20 minutes he can be from there to there, and that deal that's being closed is going to pay taxes back into society, and all these it's actually going to benefit Earth. It's going to benefit society.
How much are rich people paying for skipping the line airports, going to what is it? It's economy, first class, and there's something beyond first class.
No, it's economy, business, and first.
Oh, business, yeah. So what does that probably add up to?
Business class is first. It depends on the flight.
Yeah.
From Australia to the US, first class can run up to $15K.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you're richer, you just get a private jet, which is probably almost as much as fucking just paying $250,000.
I was listening to Grant Cardone the other day, and he was saying that he has to be he was in the States, and he had to be he's going to pay $40,000 that night so he can get on his private jet, fuel it up, pay the pilot and everything, after maintenance, costs $40,000 so he can be home and tuck his kids in at night.
Yeah.
And that's within America. So traveling internationally on a private jet, you're probably running up for at least 50 to 150K.
Yeah.
So
and then you basically it's 10 times shorter flight. So
an extra $50,000 they'll piss on that. They wipe their asses with it,
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fair. And then it will just get cheaper and cheaper as we figure out better propulsion systems and shit like that. Yeah. And plus things like that will actually encourage more innovation and competition.
Yeah.
And it's great. Yeah, I think what Richard Branson is doing is so much better than what Jeff Bezos is doing. Yo, did you see the crew that he went into space with? Yeah,
the 18-year-old kid that whose dad paid $28 million.
No. So what happened was his dad won the auction at $28 million. Yeah. Then he said, I can't go. And so they settled at a lesser price to send his kid. An undisclosed lesser price. My question is, if you go to space on Tuesday and you're like, oh, fuck, I have plans. What kind of fucking plans do you have to not go to space? Don't you think they kind of you'd probably canceled everything that you have on for that day?
I think your dinner date would understand.
Yeah. That's so wild. I got... What's money to that guy? He's an even bigger figure than all these other guys. I got a trip to space. Fuck it, I'll take it next month.
Yeah, there you go, son. Enjoy.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? But that'd be so wild being a 21-year-old. No, it was
18.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was 18. Youngest person to ever go to space. 18 years old.
So imagine being an 18-year-old with two 50 to 60-year-old dudes
And
and
one,
one
like,
6
80-year-old chick
or
or
80-year-old.
whatever.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
remember how old she is.
86. She was like the oldest astronaut to ever go to space or something.
She's meant to go in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, no, I think she's 80 something. Yeah. Imagine being with that crew. And then they started like throwing Skittles in space, and it's just so like, ugh. But then when you go into like Richard Branson's thing, he posted this whole like live stream.
Motivational
Yeah,
thing.
motivational. It's like, I'm looking down into the earth.
This is
and
my dream as a kid.
Yeah. And like, now imagine what all you young dreamers can do. Yeah, that was like powerful.
Yeah,
man. That was,
man.
when I watched that, like a tear came into my eye and I
Yeah.
like saluted him and like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah,
That's
this
like
is sick.
that's like watching the fucking moon landing.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, this is like future. This is the future that we're looking
Yeah,
at.
whereas Jeff Bezos was like, thank you to my slaves
Yeah.
and my enablers. Like,
Yeah,
you paid for this.
Yeah, that's
And he said it with a straight face, not even realizing what the fuck he just said.
I was.
He's a piece of shit. I'll say that again. Like,
well, he's definitely not a good person.
no.
Well, I don't know. But yeah, no, definitely by the condition that he treats his workers in. Yeah, you can't say he's a good person.
Yeah, no.
But and he can't even do the excuse like, oh, I don't know what's going on in there. Like,
What is
you
it?
set the rules.
He makes as much as one of his employees every second.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like
Yeah. Well,
that
like
piss in bottles.
But he's like the prime example that like the what's it called, like the drip down fucking
Trickle down economics.
Trickle down is bullshit.
No, well,
Bro, he's hoarding billions. He's hoarding like what, $200 billion.
trickle down economics only works if the top is providing water. Like there are corporations and stuff. I'm sure there are that pay their fair share of tax, that treat their workers well.
Well, considering that like
can't name them, but
considering that every like organization, corporation, its aim is to like pay the least amount of taxes as possible and make most amount of profit. The people at the top they're going to be in the exact same position as Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump is. That just like fucking my money, and that's it. It just doesn't. I feel like capitalism is almost reaching its own peak of what communism like aspired to be in its own way. Like the good things sound good, but then like once more people become in control and become more separate from the rest, that's when you start to like see the divide between how this ideology is actually working and how people thought it should work. Yeah, which is pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like if it worked based on the set rule book,
Yeah.
things would be a lot better.
Yeah.
But people are breaking the rules.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know what's fucking wild? You know how Elon Musk got all the backlash because he was like, you'll be able to buy Teslas with Bitcoin, and then he pulled out of it, and then all that crash and shit like that, and people are like, oh, he's just running a pump and dump scheme, like he's manipulating the market. Dude, there's been multiple influencers. I think like FaZe Clan was one of them, Logan Paul, like multiple famous like influencers for kids and young adults that have literally ran pump and dump schemes, like created their own coin. Like the FaZe Clan did one for charity, a charity coin. And then as soon as people bought in, like this guy who like defunks the fake coins, he did all the research, contacts and shit like that. And he actually traced back the wallets to who it belongs. And he saw that as soon as like it reached a certain peak, like 3 members pulled out straight away, like everything they possibly could. Yeah. And like, where is the backlash? No one is talking about those guys ripping off all the people, but like if it's someone in a position of power like Elon Musk, the light's on him.
There's because Elon Musk got such a big spotlight on him that, like, Twitter's algorithm favors people like Elon Musk, and
not over fucking influencers, dude.
No,
because they have the biggest demographic. They're catering to all the young people, young adults, and all the old people that fucking hate them. Like where Elon Musk is more like young adults, some young adults to older people. But like the biggest money is in the young people coming up. So dude, like whenever one of those like fucking Charlie D'Amelio, some shit like that, when they tweet or do something, that goes to the top. like on the general recommendations, even on YouTube, like all these reaction videos from these famous influencers, they all go to the top of the thing and they all get hit first. So why isn't there any backlash for it? Because, you know, like people are discriminatory when it comes to who they put up and who they tear down. It's fucking stupid.
Fair. I guess the other thing is Bitcoin's like the main one, and they're not.
Yeah, no one pays attention to the other one.
Everyone knows not to invest in a new shitcoin that has no use case. And if you do invest in those and lose all of your money, well, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, and you deserve it. Yeah. Like, you know, you don't deserve it, but you should have done your research. And
like who is the people behind
there are ways you can check. You can check very easily.
Especially with fucking cryptocurrency.
Like, you know the thing with the top 3 wallets before you were talking about, how the guy went and did his due diligence. And went and figured out that the top 3 wallets are owned by the same person. That is very easy to find out. You can
if
go
you know what you're doing, kind of thing.
No, you can go on the only way I've been able to check it, I invested in a couple shit coins myself, like $10-$20 or something, because I've seen so many of them get like that gets me like 1 billion coins or something, and like if that pumps like 1,000%, that $20 turns into what, 20,000? And that's fucking massive, you know?
But you just have to pull it quickly enough before they pull it.
Yeah, and the other thing is there has to be liquidity. So there has to be people looking to buy it. Yeah. And there's all those problems there, and it's well,
that's the other thing about Bitcoin or like cryptocurrency that people don't realize. Like, if you earn a lot of Bitcoins, that's great. But you also have to sell it.
Well, Bitcoin's the more popular the coin, the more liquidity it has.
Yeah, obviously there's more transactions.
There's always liquidity in Bitcoin. Well, so far.
I'm just talking about general cryptocurrency.
Okay, yeah. But you can check on there's where you buy all the shit coins. It's called poocoin.com. Believe it or not. Oh, dude, trust me. When I started hearing about this stuff, I cringed so hard.
And now it's just in your like general vocabulary.
Yeah, and it's just like and the crypto's like cum rocket and all these fucking weird things, and I was just like, oh my goodness. But then everyone started making bank off, and I'm like, fine, I concede. I will accept defeat and I will become a part of this. Yeah. You either, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. But on PooCoin, you can check the wallet. You can check the first wallets that were ever made. Yeah. And it's like you check every wallet that owns. It has like on the public ledger. And if you can see the first 3 wallets hold like the majority of the entire supply. Yeah. So if it was pre-mined and just like say like, and then
they're selling it off.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's a rug pull.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can actually check that. And that's what I mean when I say like if you invest in something like that and lose all your money without doing a due diligence, you fucking deserve it. Because there are very simple ways to do that. Yeah. Very simple ways. The only way you wouldn't is through ignorance and a lack of research.
But it goes into investment in general. Like, even if you don't play with cryptocurrency, don't just invest blindly into bullshit. No, that's like investment 101. Just do your research. Yeah. Figure out who the company is. Figure out who's behind the company. Figure that that Kickstarter has like the most scams where like people start Kickstarters and then because there's no basically. If it's a scam, the actual platform doesn't do anything about it. It's like, well, you invested in it, it's your problem kind of thing. Yeah, and then like if you don't really know who's behind the fucking project and there's just like strawman, whatever, like representatives, then they're the ones who take the fall for their reputation, but they'll probably get a payout from whatever those other guys made. Yeah, so it's fucking wild. Kickstarter used to be such a good thing. Yeah. Such a good thing.
Yeah. One of the worst cases I've seen, well, one of the most annoying cases I've seen, because I love the hemp industry so much, these guys that came out like, it was like 6 or 7 years ago now, saying that they were going to make a hemp plastic bottle. They had all the models done and everything like that. They raised all the Kickstarter stuff. Website hasn't been updated in 5 or 6 years now. Yeah. Like, it looks like it was made in the last internet you know?
The last internet. Yes, the last internet.
Yeah, like
I remember them.
yeah, like HTML3 or some shit. What are we at now? HTML5, 6?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Is HTML even a thing anymore? No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Definitely. Do you even know what HTML stands for?
I used to.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's funny though?
Hypertext markup language. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, kudos to
hypertext
you.
markup language. 1 second. Where's my phone? I want to confirm that.
Yeah, I find weird that you know how www is actually the shortened version of World Wide Web.
Yeah, hypertext markup language.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good job. You actually figured it out. No, but the www is shortened for World Wide Web.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So that's the original concept. But if you say like, oh, just go to www.almostaussie.com, it takes longer than saying just go to the worldwideweb.almostaussie.com. The shortened version is much more complicated to say than the longer version.
Yeah, I usually don't.
Yeah, you don't.
I usually don't even say www.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even need that to.
Yeah.
If you type a website if you type a domain into a browser, then you just have to do almostaussie.com and it'll put the wwws in front of it.
Imagine like an old person just like, yeah, just type in http://
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's weird how like rudimentary addresses are these days. So when I was reading about artificial intelligence, just kind of like, you know, just getting my peripherals on what's being utilized. Apparently, Russia wants to be the leading industry country, whatever, in the weaponization of artificial intelligence.
Of course they do.
For like defense.
I want to weaponization for defense. Right. That sounds like right. Okay.
I mean, if Skynet is going to start anywhere, it's going to be Russia.
100%.
It's going to be Russia.
Look, Russia will weaponize everything for defense first. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're the world leaders in that.
Yeah.
Full stop.
They're not the world leaders in tech, but the world leaders in weaponizing
it.
things.
Yeah. They'll like look at something that another country came out with and they're like, oh, I found a use case for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Off to the developers.
That's so wild. That's so fucking stupid. Because like
the slaves in the gulag and
yeah, well, see, there's no control measures in Russia. They literally can create the world's worst AI that will literally destroy the planet with no repercussions.
Yep.
And where does that leave the rest of us? We're going to be fighting AI with like our own AI, and it's going to be like, oh.
No, my Ukrainian friend, you'll probably agree with me when I say we should just nuke Russia.
Yeah, well, fuck, man. That's a whole other can of worms, right?
Oh, shit, I gotta move house now.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
I promise I did not have nuclear access codes, and that was like a 25% joke.
I'm sure there've been nuclear access codes on the internet for like expired ones. Yeah, like expired ones.
Expired ones?
I watched this like clip of that's like porn brokers, the porn shop, like not porn, like porn, PAWN.
First you're like hung on that. You're like, I watched a couple of clips of porn.
No.
Brokers.
No, but you know that TV show's been on for ages where like
Porn Stars.
That's the one. Yeah.
I watch their fucking top 10 of X all the time. Man.
Yeah.
Like, so sick.
Some dude brought in like this like nice case, and then he opened it to them, and there's like 2 keys, and he's like, these are the keys for a Russian nuclear base to launch nuclear rockets. The guy picks it. You know what concerns me the most about this? I can make this in my garage.
And the other thing is, how the fuck do you validate its authenticity?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Call the Kremlin and be like, "Yo, is this one of your keys?"
Yeah.
It's like, I think I know a guy for this one. You know, like he says, he's like, "I'm going to call in my buddy who's an expert on Russian nuclear access codes and keys and see what he has to say about it."
Yeah.
I'm sure that guy's memorized the cut of the key. Yeah.
Sure, of course, yeah. It's so ridiculous.
Fuck, that'd be so funny going into one of those stores and being like, "Yeah, this is a Russian anything crazy." And they just have to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just not buy it. I'm guessing he didn't buy it.
I didn't finish that episode. I was like,
my guess is he wouldn't have bought that one because it would have been
well, he asked how much you wanted for
illegal and B.
No, it wouldn't be illegal. No, not illegal.
There are quite a few things that they're not allowed to buy. There was one of the so like for example, I watched one of the top 10s the other day of top 10 illegal items to come into the porn stars.
Okay.
And one of them was like this it was like a desk.
Okay.
So like it was a desk like
Jesus.
like a wooden desk.
Yeah.
And you pressed a button and there's like a gun underneath the desk. So it's actually a gun. So the desk
like for you to grab
no.
For the gun to shoot
you fucking glass table. Ow. So like no, it hit my bone.
Okay.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So like say I'm sitting at the table, someone's standing in front of me. They're just like, you know, say I'm Vladimir Putin and some military general is giving me a report.
Yeah.
I press a button, like the front of the desk just like drops a opening and a gun just goes
Oh, like the person in front of you.
Yeah. So it has a secret compartment for a gun. You
How
press
is
the
that
button.
Illegal? Just because you're
No, it's not that. The reason that it's illegal is because firearms that aren't registered that work, if they're made after the 1900s, they're illegal to sell without a permit.
Oh wow!
If they're made before it,
how old was this desk?
Fine. Oh, this was like old, right? This is so like the lady that was, I think it was a lady. The lady that was selling it pretty much turned around and said, "I think it was made like late 1800s, early 1900s." And then one of the gun experts came in and said, "Do you have the actual date that it was made? Because if it was made before the 1900s, you can sell it. If not, then it's illegal and you're going to have to go home and not find another buyer." So there's a bunch of items that are actually illegal to sell. So I wouldn't be surprised if Russian nuclear access keys were one of them. Like,
yeah, I suppose. Like, do you have the certification for these access keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the whole point. Have you ever been scammed? Like, is there this one time in your life, like
on
online
RuneScape.
on RuneScape? Really?
Yeah, I got so hard.
Yeah?
I just made my first mill. And I wanted to buy a set of full Gothic's armor. Okay. And what was it? Yeah, so I went and sold like my Gmaul, my set of full rune, like just like I had enough to be able to get that 1.2 mil or something like that. I think it was like 800k. Yeah. And I was having a bank sale and just like sitting in Falador. No, Varric. It was the Varric, the big bank in Varric. Okay. And I was advertising my sale. I remember this so hard because like I cried all night. It took me so long to get that mill up. Mind you, I was like 12, man.
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16, I don't know. Not 16.
Yeah.
Probably 13 to 14. Yeah. And this guy came up to me and like, it's like an 800k value trade. And he just dropped like a mil on there and it was 1,000k. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm just like, he's giving me 200k more than this is worth. And I just started clicking accept. Yeah. Like clicking it heaps. Yeah. And then I go to the next screen and I still see the 1,000 there. And I just click accept. And then I take a second look at the 1,000 before, like I've already clicked accept. And I see that the K has disappeared. And this guy has, he's removed 900,900 and what was it, like
900,900
and 99 he's
and 90.
yeah. So there's only
So there's
1,000
1,000,
left, and I've just given him 800k of stuff for $1,000. 1,000 GP, and that was like 3 years of work that I'd put in. Like, I was saving up the set of full rune armor that Chase gave me every year for my birthday. Like,
Because
I was a poor kid on RuneScape. I was so bad at it.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to make money. Like, just worked hard, like wood cutting them like a motherfucker, cutting willow logs, like working my way up to the yew logs and like everything. Then some like magic trees and yeah, I cried all night.
Yeah. Damn.
I remember like a cold flush going through my body. Everything, man. It's tragic.
Yeah.
I think I quit after that for a good bit, like good 3-6 months.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Especially like as a kid, you invest so much time in video games, and it's so much more to you than it is now.
Yeah. I didn't get scammed this one time, but this one is so fucked up. I'm just gonna jump into another one. I'm sure you've been scammed too, but like this wasn't a scam, but like
I'm sure you've been scammed too, but this is important right now.
I want to hear about your story, man. Like this is a safe space.
Yeah, go.
I went to X Zone one night. You remember X Zone, the all night computer gaming place in Southport?
Yeah.
Went there with one of the boys once, or a bunch of the boys, and we were just like all night playing Warcraft 3 and League of Legends.
Those are the days.
Yeah, bro. Shit, we should do that again soon.
Fuck no, man. I'm gonna I'll probably rage quit so hard.
Yeah.
Like, I do not have the patience for video games now. It's just not there anymore.
Man, I was up all night. I was strung out on caffeine like a motherfucker. And I think we even smoked a little bit of weed there in the bathrooms. It was hilarious because we were like, 16 or something like that, and just getting into it and just like snuck out at like 3 a.m. when there weren't many people there and did a naughty and then drank a V. Like smelled like weed, wondering if we're gonna get caught, and
the usual 16-year-old
paranoid
stuff.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Then Dad came and picked me up, and Mum came and picked me up. I went home, and I'm just like, you know what? I just feel like playing some Guild Wars.
Yeah.
And
I used to play that game. It's really fun.
Man, I had 1,200 hours clocked on this one character.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
It was my dervish. It was the scythe thing. The guy uses a scythe.
Yep.
It was my dervish. And I just like mindlessly just like, so to delete a character on Guild Wars, you need to actually type in the username after you hit delete to confirm it. Like they have like safety measures in place and everything.
So you don't do it back.
So I log into my account just like brainlessly, like a zombie who's been up all night as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Then I click my dervish, go to log in, I hit delete, I type in my username, and then I hit enter, and the character just vanishes. And I'm just staring at this computer screen like, whoa, what? I'm just thinking, and then I turn my computer off. I'm like, nah, it's just a bad dream. And I went to bed thinking that I was going to wake up in the morning and everything was going to be fine. And then I woke up in the afternoon, and my 1,200 hour character was gone.
But couldn't you contact
No.
support?
No. No, like it's specifically. I think even after you type, when you're typing in the username, the prompt says
it cannot
be recovered if you do this. So I completely erased 1,200 hours worth of work in like 10 seconds of retardedness. Yeah, and that was the last experience. Like I did not game after that. Like. Except for League of Legends when we were a bit. And
that was like rage quitting. Yeah, that was a horrible game.
I still have like scars on my knuckles from when I like punch down on the key, like Hulk smash the keyboard, like bring my fist up, and there's like keys lodged into my knuckles and shit. Because I had a mechanical keyboard with like edges on each one. It's fucking boom, Hulk smash, and keys just like wedged in my. Fuck computer games.
Oh man.
So when did you get scammed?
Oh, my one was a sad one.
Yeah.
It was, I think I was like 10. No, I was younger than that. I was maybe like 8, maybe 9. Wait, how old are you in grade 6? Like 13?
Yeah.
So I must have been like, I was in grade 4. So probably, yeah, around like 9 or 10. And I was living in Switzerland, in like a village, right? And
Whoa!
what's the impressive part?
I didn't know you lived in a village in Switzerland. I thought it was like a main city or something, man.
No. It was in the village on the outskirts of Switzerland.
You gotta show me photos of that sometime. Keep going with your story, though.
It was on like the, it was Dörflingen, which is on like the northeastern side of Switzerland on the border of Germany. So we were just like 10-minute bus ride away from Schaffhausen, which is a town in Germany.
Whoa.
Yeah, so lived there, and so it was back in the day, everyone was into Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
Like that was the shit. Like everyone was watching it. Like no matter where you were in the world, like Yu-Gi-Oh was the shit.
I choose you!
Yeah.
Or was that Pokemon?
No.
No, that was Yu-Gi-Oh, wasn't it?
No, that was Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's, it's time to
duel.
Yeah, anyway. So, and then you did like when you grab the card off a deck, you like pull it this way.
Yeah.
But side story though, no one fucking played Pokemon in terms of cards.
No.
Everyone played Yu-Gi-Oh.
People collected Pokemon cards, but never used them
No one fucking played it. No one understood how to play it.
No.
But Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they were the shit. You can actually like, I went actually to a tournament and I won the first round. I lost in the second one though. But anyway, so basically I fucking loved Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that was my shit. And then I really wanted to get like one of those god cards, right? Like Sly for the
Sky Dragon
or something. Yeah. Oh, the story is still like close to heart to me. So basically we went, it was like what, 2000 and...
Fuck, we don't need therapy. We got everything we need right here.
I think it was like 2004 maybe, some shit like that. Went on eBay to find one of those cards. And as you can imagine, eBay wasn't as very well known of back then. So we ordered the card and got the card. And the first impression, it was like, yes, I finally got it. It's amazing. And it was in English and it was beautiful.
And then you noticed it didn't have that thing on the corner.
The little holographic thing at the bottom right was stuck on.
Oh.
And then the back was like a bit faded, and I just didn't have the heart to tell my mom that we got ripped off. To this day, she doesn't know that was like, I think we wasted like 120 euros or some shit like that. You're good. Yeah, wasted like 100.
Someone calling me to party.
Yeah, fair enough. 120 euros on this card. Did not have kept this most well-kept secret. Never told her that was a scam. I still have the card to this day. I'll put it in like one of those cases, and like a plastic case, to remind me of the day I started to have trust issues in society. Like, that was when I knew that the world is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I got scared, I was like, holy shit, there's terrible people out there.
Yeah, like the old dudes scamming really, really young kids.
Yeah.
It's so bullshit,
Who
man.
the fuck would think, like, how broken must you be?
Yeah.
How broken must you be to steal?
Yeah, and it's
like
an in-game thing. Like it's like the cards is one thing, but like scamming people in a game, that's a whole different story. Like, what, you're gonna profit of that, but you can't do anything with that money. Like, it's just, it's so dumb.
Yeah, man.
It's brutal.
People are fucking. Yeah, no wonder I trust issues.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Oh,
Just being scammed.
Just being scammed. Yeah, I'm sure everyone has some kind of like a scam story that's like close to their heart that they don't, like, they're too embarrassed to share with anyone.
Surely the people who are doing the scamming are all in jail by now, though.
Yeah,
like,
they're probably committed to harder crimes.
Yeah, seriously. Like, they got sick of scamming on video games, and
the video game scamming was just a stepping block to harder crime.
Yeah, it's a gateway crime.
that was what I was looking for. Yeah. Gateway crime. Yeah.
Fucking scum.
Oh, that's fucking wild. God damn it. 4:41. I think we'll wrap it up now. Just because we have a new schedule now. I got uni from 6 p.m. No, from 5. 6 p.m. hopefully.
Holy fuck, is that how they treat blindness?
Yeah, just rip it off. I was like, you're good now. That's a good point. Yeah, so basically uni from 6 p.m. till 8:45 p.m. for this trimester. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, schedule change. This one's going to be a short episode. Next one, so we'll probably try to figure it out better.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, hopefully AI next time, maybe. See what happens. Thanks for listening. And one more thing. I checked the downloads because I saw the views on YouTube, right, on my channel. It's like 80 to 100, like total over all the episodes and everything I posted, which is super nice. And I checked the downloads on so I use Podbean, which is like the hosting service for podcasts. And I got like 122 downloads.
Damn.
That's fucking sick,
People are listening, dog.
That's wild. And that's over 21 episodes. So no other things around it, which is fucking sick, man. It's really fucking thank you.
I want to check the data with that to see whether it's like been incrementally increasing with consistency or whether there are certain
I have
topics.
all those graphs.
Yeah, or whether there's certain topics that get more downloads and views.
See, but I don't want to like augment it towards like what makes everyone else happy. I want to just like keep doing what I actually enjoy doing.
Yeah, sick.
Because if I like start structuring it more, I'll be like, fuck, now I have to do this during the week. Where now we're just like looking up things that interest us and then talk about like things subjects around what is happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. We'll see you next
out.
week. One second, I'm just going to run this just silently for 10 seconds.